Say hi. He's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy. What is up, you guys? Welcome to another video. So I'm gonna try and keep this short, otherwise this one's gonna get cranky. I want to chat to you guys about postpartum. So postpartum for everybody differs, and mine was hectic because it's been during this pandemic, and I don't have reference of what a normal postpartum would be like because this is my only child. So first child postpartum has been without my mother, without Sim's mom, and it's been hard AF. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I got this child to look chubby like this. If you remember my 2-week day in the life video, he was tiny. I don't know how I got him to be fat like this. Look at him. I want to eat him. But thank goodness I managed. I think I was just working on survival mode, and that's not how it should be. I was really hoping to see our midwives, and all our appointments were cancelled because of the pandemic. But there was a little angel that came into our lives because Zion had jaundice. The nurse that helped us with his jaundice, she was heaven sent. And she came in every single day for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not a long time, but that 15 minutes is what helped us. It is what helped us because she helped with breastfeeding. You guys, how am I gonna do this? Hello, Zion. Shush, baby. Zion, look here. Zion, focus here. Zion, focus here. Okay, good. She came in every single day for about 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes was life-changing. My breastfeeding would have gone south, or there would have not been any breastfeeding. My nipples were flat. He couldn't get a deep latch, so my nipple couldn't hit like the soft palate so that he can start sucking, and it can help him like that way. And so if you are expecting, I'd suggest that, and you plan on breastfeeding, I'd suggest that you do a lot of research on it. I did do research, but not enough. I didn't know what flat nipples were and what it should be like and all of that jazz. So that nurse really helped us. If obviously not everybody's gonna have a nurse coming to their home every day, it was a special case. But if you can, get a lactation consultant. There are not many in South Africa, I know that, but if you want one, DM me on Instagram and I'll give you her details, because breastfeeding is difficult. Everybody thinks you're a girl and now you're a mom, so you should just know what to do. How the heck must I know what to do? You know, especially with the first child. Even with the second and third children, I feel like it could be a completely different story. It could be a different breastfeeding journey. Second child may have a tongue tie, you know. You know what to do if they have that. So I was operating, like I said, on survival mode, and it was not fun. It was dark. There were lots of tears. There were lots of sleepless nights, obviously, because he was not sleeping. He was feeding through the night, and he was also confused between day and night, which most babies are. So if you can, get a lactation consultant. Get a postpartum doula, you guys. These are my T's and C's if we're gonna have other kids. Is I want a postpartum doula. I know a postpartum doula can come in the form of your mom, but like I said, I didn't have my mom. I didn't have Sim's mom. It would have also been nice to have Sim's mom because she's a nurse. But I had none of that. We didn't have visitors. As much as I had strict boundaries around visitors, it would have been nice to have visitors once I've established a sort of a routine with Zion and established a sort of a breastfeeding routine with him. But we didn't get any visitors. There was no support. There were no meal trains. It was like, I feel like the both of us were just on survival mode, and Sim was trying to be so strong for me and cook and clean because we didn't have domestic help, you guys. Oh, sorry, I had to go nurse Zion, and he's sitting here next to me. I'm looking at him, so you might hear him. It was a lot. Sim was trying to cook, he was trying to clean, he was trying to look after me, he was trying to look after himself, he was trying to get to work, because at the time lockdown hadn't been announced. Then lockdown was announced and he was trying to work from home. I was also trying to recover from my cesarean. I was trying to look after this new baby without anybody's help. I literally had like telephonic consultations with my mom to be like, oh my gosh, okay, there's a rash on his body, what must I do, what must I put on it, blah blah blah, because you know, there were things like that, like he had a heat rash and I didn't know what to do, because obviously I'm a new mom. And initially I was like, oh, let's take him to the doctor, but like for a rash, I don't know, if it wasn't like during a pandemic I probably would have, but like unless he was like super sick, then we just had to keep him at home. We didn't even get a 1 week appointment with our midwives. I got my post-op appointment with my OB, but he didn't have his. He didn't have a 1 week, a 3 week, or a 6 week checkup. Of course I took him for his vaccinations, but that was it. They just weighed him and gave him his vaccines and we went home. There was nothing else, and I think this is a problem. There's not enough support. You want mommy? There's not enough support for the mother and the child postpartum. It doesn't matter if it's child number 1 or child number 6. And I imagine if it's like your and how many a child, you still need support, because there's other kids to look after, not just one. So my advice to you guys is, if you can get a lactation consultant to come in, do it. If you can get a postpartum doula to be with you postpartum, do it, because it is hectic. It's a lot, and there are many times when I've said to myself, I'm never having another kid. And it's not that I don't want another kid, it's that I don't want to feel the way that I was feeling, so lost and not supported and alone. Oh my gosh, the loneliness was hectic. I couldn't have friends obviously over because of the restrictions on visits and stuff in complexes, because of the Rona. And my friends still haven't met him because we're still under lockdown, and there's going to be a peak apparently. So what do? You're stuck thinking, what do you do? Are you going to live in a little bubble forever? Because I don't think that this is going to go away anytime soon, but Lord forbid that I let family or friends come over and I get sick or he gets sick. I'd never forgive myself for that, you know. So it's a catch-22, and all I gotta say is postpartum is difficult AF. I'm so glad, like, before having him, even before falling pregnant with him, I was seeing a therapist, and a lot of the things that we've spoken about when I was pregnant, it really did help. And yes, I could have still seen her via Zoom calls or whatever when he was born, but I don't know, my mind was not functioning. I don't know, you guys, if you've had kids, you know what I'm talking about. My mind was just not functioning optimally. I was on survival mode. I wasn't thinking about anything other than getting through the day. That was it, you know. And you'll also, that doesn't make sense because your days just merge into one another. There's no beginning and there's no end to a day. It's just one big long day that you wish you could run away from, but you can't, because now you have a child that you have to look after. This poor thing, look how cute he is innocent and doesn't know what the heck is going on, you know. He needs me to survive. He needs his parents to survive. And so yeah, that's my postpartum. I don't know how I'll manage if we have other kids, and I don't know what's going to be different, but I hope that things are different. I hope that I can have my mother around and have Simpiwe's mother around, because it's a lot, you guys. It is a lot. It is true what they say, it takes a village to raise a child, and I did not have my village So I'm trying to be, me and Simpiwe are trying to be the village, which is not, obviously was not working for us. So yeah, that's it. That's my take on how it's been postpartum, you know, during a pandemic. And I hope if you are expecting a child, or if you had your child during the pandemic, that your partner was supportive, and that it wasn't as difficult as it was for me. When I think about it, I want to cry, literally. So yeah, Zion, do you want to say bye? Do you want to say bye to the folks? Say bye. Bye, friends. I'll see you guys in another video. I'm hoping to get back into making cooking videos, and I've got some exciting stuff coming as well. And one day when we are allowed out of our homes, we can have more vlogs and not just sit down chit chat type videos. But anyways, thank you so much for supporting. I see we're almost at 11,000 subscribers, which is great. So I'd love for you guys to like this video. That helps a lot, and also to share it. That also helps. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye, you guys.